Springtime is now over and summer is in full swing, but I enjoyed seeing everything in bloom so much that I decided to do a drawing and watercolor painting of some of these beautiful light pink almond blossoms. This painting turned out so well that I just cannot wait to share with you how to paint it step by step for yourself. So for today, let's go over how to draw these pretty blossoms so we'll be all ready for painting it next week. Now, a couple of options for this if you plan on painting with me next week. You can draw this right onto your watercolor paper, or if you feel like you're going to be doing a lot of erasing, you can draw it on printer paper and transfer or trace it onto your watercolor paper later. Now, I actually have previously drawn this lightly with a pencil on 8x10 paper, but let's go over it together step by step, and for demonstration purposes, I'll use a thin Sharpie marker to make it dark and visible for you. So to start, each blossom is going to have a star-like shape with 5 points right in the center of the flower. Then we'll start drawing some sort of lumpy looking petals starting from one point of the star to the next. This first petal is more short and fat to appear like it's folding over a little bit, but the next two will be more wide and elongated. Now, as a side note, if you don't enjoy drawing or your drawing is not turning out the way you'd like, I will have a limited time free outline printable or a purchasable outline printable available next week. Now with these last two petals, I'll leave the ends open so that I can draw another blossom to sort of overlap this one here. But since you're using a pencil, if you need to, draw the full petal and you can erase those lines that overlap later. Now that I have 5 petals stemming from the 5-point star, I'm going to draw some lines shooting out from the very center for the stamen. Then on the tip of those lines, I'll draw some little dots or circles. All right, for this second blossom, I'm going to have it underlap the first blossom. So right next to this petal here is where I'll start my star. This time, I'm only going to have 4 points that will actually be showing though. Then starting at this point, I'll begin forming 4 petals, again ending and starting at the star points. Now add in some lines and dots for the stamen, and this second blossom is done. The third blossom I'm drawing will be done in the same way as the first two. This time it will be right against the first two with only 3 star points and 3 petals. If this tutorial has been helpful to you in any way, please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so you don't miss any of my upcoming tutorials. That completes the first little bundle of blossoms. So now let's create a second bundle in a similar way as the first. This first blossom I'm going to draw will be a complete and full blossom so that the next two I draw can underlap it. This last blossom I'm adding in, although it has 3 star points, I'm only going to be drawing 2 petals. Like maybe some of them have fallen off already, but you can add in as many petals as you'd like. Now I'm going to come back here to the top of the first little bundle of flowers and add in a little bud just for some fun. So first I have a stem and a base part of the bud for the flower to bloom out from. And then I'll add an egg-looking shape stemming out from that base for the flower bud. Next, I'm going to draw in some leaves. This first one is going to be curved and curled. So I'll start with the stem and curve up and around to the point of the leaf and then back up and around for the top. Now we'll add in a few more leaves. This time, these will be long and skinny with a nice point at the tip. I kind of feel like I need to add in one more little blossom here. So this one is going to be smaller than the others, and instead of a front-facing view, we're looking at it from more of a side or back. I've drawn 3 star shapes and 5 petals, with some of them smaller and underlapping the others. Let's add in a few more of those pointy leaves here on the top of the second little bundle of flowers, and then maybe even a few more here and there throughout the rest of the flowers. All that's left for this little drawing is to add in some thin, squiggly branches stemming out from both blossom bundles. And here is your lovely almond blossom drawing all ready for painting. I hope you'll join me next week when it's time to paint these beautiful flowers. This is a tutorial you definitely don't want to miss. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to help you discover your artistic side.